This episode is brought to you by Simply Eloped. Planning a wedding and feeling overwhelmed? Simply Eloped makes it easy. With over 14,000 elopements and vow renewals planned and 37 stunning U.S. destinations, Simply Eloped planners have you covered. Their all-inclusive packages connect you with over 700 top-tier vendors, cutting stress, cost, and complexity. Your story deserves ease. Let them handle the hard stuff. You just show up and say, I do. Start planning today at simplyeloped.com. That's simplyeloped.com. Today on CityCast Denver. Will Denver ever see a professional women's soccer team come to the city? Some recent moves by City Council have put the future of Denver Summit FC and its yet-to-be-built stadium in limbo. Me and producer Paul Caroli dig into the details of what this could mean for sports in the Mile High, plus share a listener's Jolly Rancher Factory horror story, take bets on the first snowfall of the season, and more news of the week. Today is Tuesday, November 18th. I'm Bree Davies, and here's what Denver's talking about. Hey, Paul.
Hey, good morning, Bree.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I've got a trivia question for you if you're ready.
Sure.
Right off the bat. It's what I was thinking about all weekend because we haven't had any snow.
Yeah, we haven't.
Which is weirdly late for us. Normally we have snow by now.
I was putting up my Christmas lights last night because it was so warm that I could just be working out there all night. It didn't matter.
Well, that's kind of nice.
It is, but there's no snow for the lights. You know, it doesn't look as good. Anyway.
It will. It'll come. But when? So that's the question. In Denver's history, what is the latest first snow we've ever had, and what year did it happen in?
Oh, my God. It's so funny because when you're like, oh, when I was a kid, this is what I remember. And like, it could be totally off. Like it always happened at this time.
Yeah.
And I'm always thinking, oh, it always happened on or around Halloween because it's a Halloween costume conundrum. But as far as latest, I mean, like maybe like Thanksgiving in the 30s. I don't know. That would be my guess.
That's a good guess. I mean, I'll take it. I was shocked by this because it's a very recent one. 2021. December 10th was our latest first snow on record, according to the National Weather Service.
Okay. Again, your brain, just like all the years are the same.
I totally forgot that this happened just a few years ago.
We were working.
We probably talked about it on the podcast.
I'm sure we did. And like, I can't even, but I do remember that wave where it was like, when is summer gonna end? Because it's not like we have a fall, really. It's like, you get these like flashes, but like December 10th?
Yeah. The second latest, we're actually getting quite close. And according to the forecast this week, I mean, it's trending warmer, apparently, according to the Fox 3001 meteorology team. But the second latest is November 21st. And today, the 17th, puts us tied for the fourth latest since we haven't had any snow as of today.
Not good records. We don't want to beat those. We need that snowpack, baby.
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind setting a record. I think that's fun.
Global warming. Isn't it fun? I'm just kidding. No, I've always been a summer person, even though I love Christmas. But these, like, as it gets later and later, it does make me think maybe I do like Colorado's cold weather sometimes. And I miss it. So I'm hoping it comes back soon. We'll see.
Shall we talk about the news?
Yeah, let's talk about the news. Wait, before we get started, though, Paul, we are setting out on our first ever Denver's Denver Awards, December 18th, massive party, a great way that we want to celebrate the city and all of the wonderful people in it. But we need you. Not only do we want you to buy tickets, which you can do right now in the link in our show notes, but also we need your nominations.
You should do because they're going fast and it's going to sell out, so you should buy them.
I was going to say we're over, I don't know. I can't remember what we sold a surprising amount to me for having not announced any of the special cool people that are going to be there yet. So the fact that folks are buying tickets just because they want to hang with us means so much to me. But you're right. Get on those tickets now. Almost all of our VIP tables are sold out, which is crazy. But Paul, what are the categories that we need folks to send nominations in for?
That's what we need right now. Because we need your help to pick who's going to win. I don't want it to be our choice. It only matters. It's only going to mean something if you all choose? If Denverites choose, who's the Denverist among us?
Yes.
So the categories, you'll see it on our website. We're going to link to it, but you should go send that link to everybody you know. Send that link to the people that you are going to nominate to win these awards so they can spread it around their communities. But it's, it's categories like the biggest win of the year, the best bar/restaurant of the year, the best neighborhood or street. So if there's someone that you think has had a really great year, a really incredible year, or a business that's been a standout, or a Denverite, we want to hear who it is. And we want to hear why. Crucially, we want to hear why. Because that's what's going to make it fun.
Shout out to all you high achievers that have already sent us some nominations, because it's already got our wheels turning. Like, oh, this is like, there's some really cool different types of folks and businesses and things that are being nominated. But again, we need your perspective, because this is really about the whole city and you're an expert in your own community. So we'll put a link in our show notes for the nominations. Again, please get in there. Tell us who and what you like and why you love them. Okay. I guess, should we start with the...
Sure.
Should we start with the news? Yes.
The National Women's Soccer League Stadium. This is the mayor's next big project, one of his bigger projects. After scoring a big win earlier this month when voters approved his Vibrant Denver bond, City Council seems grumpier with him than ever. There was a development on this stadium project last week. We know that the mayor wants to put up some public money to support this project to spur economic development, but now maybe people aren't so sure. Bree, what's the latest?
Yeah, so Council delayed the vote on the release of this $50 million to begin construction on the site of what could be Denver's first National Women's Soccer Stadium. And Denver reported that there were 5 different measures that Council was voting on related to this project. The first one was about rezoning to even allow for the construction to begin there. And that passed just fine. But the other 4 measures were part of this conversation about what the money was going to be used for. So Council members cited a lack of details and there's just no line items here, it sounds like, of what the money's going to be spent on. And this is taxpayer money, so I understand why they might be like, we need more clarity. They're just, that's why they pushed the vote. They said we didn't have enough information to vote on this.
Do you think that's what this is actually about?
I mean, to me, bigger picture, this has been a constant. I was going to kind of get into this when we talk about the council members, but this has been a constant sort of comment or issue with the Johnston administration and some members on council, is a lack of transparency or just clear what is happening with this money, whether it's around the shelter issues, whether it's around new stadium stuff, the budget. Like, council members were just citing that they just consistently have not seen enough information. So I was thinking about all the things they've had to think about big money-wise lately. And there's this stadium. They're looking at the Broncos stadium. They're making decisions related to the Broncos stadium. Again, the Vibrant Denver bond, that was a long process. The city budget was a back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So
I think some people would say the Vibrant Denver process was very short.
Really?
I've heard that criticism of him for sure. And same with the affordable housing sales tax. Some people would say these things are rushed.
I guess that would be part of it too, was pushing too fast and not enough information.
Yeah.
And that's definitely a criticism here.
I feel like the problem might be that it's not the right information that they want to see. City council, some folks I'm sure what they would want is to be more involved in the process so they could shape it more to their wills. Yeah,
or at least also they're representing constituencies across the city. Maybe their constituencies have specific concerns or questions, especially if it's something being built in their neighborhood. So Flora Alvidrez did not comment on the latest information we're talking about yet, but this story just broke. And
she's the council person for the district where the stadium is planned. District 7.
That's a huge project. I mean, I'm in the district where the Broncos stadium situation is happening. I get it. It's a lot.
Yeah, but that's a good example, though, because she is someone who I don't think there's like a transparency issue necessarily. I mean, maybe she would say that now, but she was hesitant back when we talked to her like a month and a half ago, just because of the way the Johnson administration was treating the budget process. I think there's just a general distrust of the Johnston administration in general from council right now. And any time that he's not giving them, they would say anytime he's not giving them information, they don't know what he's going to do if they've approved his initiatives.
I mean, if you listen to our interview with Stacey Gilmore, you will see this in action. The conversation around a nuclear reactor being built at DIA, she was not consulted. This
Yeah.
is her district.
Yeah, I
And
think
the
she also
city-
could have done a little bit more research herself. She said some things that were just wildly untrue.
Fair. But
Like,
I could see
Not
where...
all of these new reactors are cooled by water, for example.
Well, unfortunately, Paul, you were not there for that interview,
know,
and it
I
would have been
was- I
super
wish I
helpful
was.
because I know zero about nuclear reactors. This is not an expertise I have.
But it
So-
was very telling to me that her critiques were not necessarily rooted in the specifics of the project, but more about the existence of the project at all. And the fact that it was just a research study they were commissioning, like that's how you get answers to questions like that you might not know the answer to.
I guess I would like to have learned about that as a council person of the district before Phil Washington and Mike Johnston announced it.
But
Feel a little bit undermining to me.
But I feel like this is that communication problem they're having right now because they're just not having that conversation. They're just not sitting down together and talking about it. Something has gone wrong between these individuals, like the people here. They're not working together. They're not collaborating. Once Johnson's putting ideas out there and then it's like, oh, wait, people disagree? People who have a say over whether or not it goes or not?
Yeah. And I mean, we heard this from clerk and recorder Paul Lopez as well. I think a similar situation of like, they're just not being able to communicate with each other. So that's kind of a key element in making a city work is the folks that are in charge of things have to be able to talk to each other in a way that they're like actually hearing each other. This episode is brought to you by the Denver Botanic Gardens. Make the holiday season magical at Trail of Lights at Chatfield Farms in Littleton. Wander through multiple glistening tunnels along the Colorado countryside as synchronized illuminations dance above. Enjoy the farm's mile-long path or take the alternative trail that's a shorter stroll but just as beautiful. Keep bellies warm with hot beverages, nuts, kettle corn, caramels, and fudge, which are available for purchase. Plus, get ahead on that seasonal gifts list. Visit Chatfield Farms Holiday Market running November 21st through December 24th. Chatfield Farms is located at C470 and Wadsworth Boulevard in Littleton. Trail of Lights runs November 21st through January 11th. Tickets must be purchased online in advance. Grab yours now at botanicgardens.org. That's botanicgardens.org. This episode is brought to you by Denver Health. Connect with a trusted provider wherever you are in Colorado, right from your home, car, or office. Whether it's a cold, a minor injury, infection, or even a rash, Denver Health's virtual urgent care gets you the help you need. Rated 4.7 stars by over 100 patients on Google, it's a reliable way to feel better sooner. From your campsite. That's something Colorado people do. What if you get a bug bite in the woods? Virtual urgent care can totally help you. You would know if you need to like hustle your butt back to the city or if you can keep on your camping trip. I'm just thinking about people in Colorado doing Colorado things that I enjoy watching other people do, like camping. Denver Health is here for life's journey. Ready to make an appointment? Just head to denverhealth.org/virtual today. Most major insurance plans are accepted. Need care fast? Denver Health has you covered with virtual urgent care.
But what about the stadium? What happens now?
The mayor and council had already said yes to the funding preliminarily of this stadium. But again, council was like, there's just not enough specificity on how these funds will be used. And what I found interesting was Council President Amanda Sandoval was basically like, there's nothing here explaining exactly what the money is going to be used for. And she feels like the city's like, this is a bigger picture. Just don't worry about it. And her quote was to Denver, it was, you're not picking up what I'm throwing down. I'm saying that when I approve something, I want to see the whole package. And another issue she had was she felt similarly to how the Park Hill deal went down. Sandoval said, there's distrust in these projects because she said, quote, council approved a deal with Westside and we found out after that 20 acres were given after we approved it. So she's talking about, she felt like there's some funny stuff going on with the Park Hill project. And that's why a lot of folks on council don't feel great about another big project. And Parody also said that.
What about the team though? So, because if council is like not on board with giving this $50 million, then does the team, can they not build the stadium like they want? Can they, or they go somewhere else? Say, what happens?
like they want, as I think the key here is the team did not comment to Denver about the possible penalties or fines it would face if the stadium falls behind on their schedule. But I think one of the council members pointed this out, maybe it was parody, was like, this schedule is self-imposed. They put the deadlines on themselves and they're a private entity. This had nothing to do with the city's process. It was what they decided. So that's what the team has been saying is if we can't get this stuff through council before the end of the year, it messes up our timeline for the promise we made for the stadium to be built by 2028.
A promise to who?
To the it was part of why they were able to secure Colorado, or Denver, I guess. It's to the league, yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's
the league might
parody saying it's a self-imposed deadline problem that they're having.
Interesting. These owners have put themselves in a tricky position. I do wonder how reliant they are on this money because they seem to be pushing really hard on getting this public money to support the stadium, but also they could probably get it somewhere else.
I mean, I kind of thought that too, because not to say 50 or 70 million isn't a lot of money, because it is a lot of money, but in a project of this size, I would think that I'm guessing it has to do maybe, I mean, obviously money is money. They want the money, but it is maybe about buy-in from Denver.
For sure. You
know?
I mean, and if a lot of this stuff relates to the infrastructure around the stadium that the city would probably want to have a say in.
Yes, and that was kind of part of this too, was that they wanted to build a pedestrian bridge to connect the project to an RTD station, but the city said it would pursue state grants and regional property mills to pay for those. But I think you're right. The infrastructure in general, if you've ever been to I-25 and Broadway, it's a big empty field. And again, trying to connect it across like Platte and the Platte River and like to connect it to these other parts of the city where people would be coming from, that's a lot. And the use of the stadium outside of the season and, you know, how it would be used in the community. It's a big deal. But the vote is delayed on those last four measures until December 10th. Denver, I pointed out the 2026 soccer season is just 3 months away. And the team confirmed that construction of its temporary stadium in Centennial is underway, but they don't have a timeline for that. And that's just where they'll practice. Well, then the story dropped like 30 minutes before we recorded. And
there's been a development, you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a threat. It kind of feels like a threat. Is there Denver Summit FC, the team is saying they're going to cancel bringing themselves to Denver if they can't figure if city council, like the delay on the vote has made them feel like they need to potentially pursue other opportunities. So that
what could that mean?
They weren't specific because they said Baker's their ideal spot. But this team said in a statement, quote, given the challenges we have faced in the Denver City Council process, we are currently pursuing a parallel path regarding the stadium site and engaging with other jurisdictions outside Denver.
Interesting. The Omaha Summit FC.
Well, yeah, but also like they have these self-imposed deadlines. They're just going to start from scratch somewhere else? Or did they already start these conversations?
I mean, there were other bids for expansion teams in this league. There's this interest in this league right now from the big money backers. People want to invest in teams. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it could mean a suburb. Maybe it could mean somewhere else. Maybe it could mean this team doesn't happen at all. I remember back 2020, pandemic hits. One of the things that I got like really obsessed with all my free time was the history of the Olympics. And I watched these old documentaries and I loved all the visuals. And there was supposed to be an Olympics that summer in Tokyo. That was scheduled. And then for a few weeks after the pandemic, because no one really knew it was happening, I was like, there's no way that's going to happen. I'm going to go buy up some merch that says Tokyo 2020, because that's going to be a collector's item, because that Olympics will have been one of the great what ifs. And so I have some t-shirts that are like Tokyo 2020, the road to Tokyo 2020 that I think are very funny. And I'm getting a little bit of that feeling right now with all this Denver Summit FC stuff that I'm seeing that people wear around the city.
So
like there is a slim chance that this does not happen at all. And that merch is going to be very funny to own.
That would be the reason I would buy the merch.
I know. I kind of want to right now. I kind of want to go buy a sweatshirt or something.
Well, the team is still set to play their debut game at Empower Field on March 28th. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the season tickets have been popular too. 8,500 have been sold apparently for a 14,500 seat stadium. So like,
yeah, that's half.
people want it.
Over half.
There's a lot of people that want it.
It's an interesting place to be, for sure. I'm just so interested on how that will change the dynamic of that part of town. And, it's been an empty thing for a long time. And it's like literally right in the middle of the city. So.
I wonder if Johnston regrets not just asking the people directly, putting it in the bond. This $50 million.
I mean, I could see both sides of that. I could see that being easier in some ways because folks obviously are interested with these 8,500 tickets, season tickets already sold. I could also see a National Western expansion situation happening where everybody passes everything but that.
Yeah,
so it would have been a gamble either way. Johnston said, quote, losing this team would be devastating for the thousands of people who have already fallen in love with this franchise and the small businesses who are counting on the boost it will bring.
I've definitely heard that. And we saw that story a few weeks ago about that developer who bought up a plot of land on Santa Fe and is planning to build apartments down there, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be close to the stadium. Like, people are banking on this right now.
Sure. I mean, this is the catalytic development that I wrongly assumed would come with Casa Bonita's reopening. Because I was just over there the other night at Core Art Space, which is an amazing. The Arts Hub is amazing, but it's literally in a parking lot with not a ton of other things, and nothing has happened along those streets. It's pretty sad. I had high hopes for Lakewood, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with this too. People are clearly very invested. So
I'm back in it. Back in it
100%.
It's been a few months since this story's been right in the forefront, and I want to work on it again. I want to learn everything.
We'll see before the end of the year, Paul. I mean, December 10th, that's pretty soon. This episode is brought to you by Cozy Earth. I love Cozy Earth. I especially love my bamboo pajama set because if I could wear it to work, I would. It's so comfortable. I might be wearing it right now. You don't even know. It's made from viscose, from bamboo, meaning it's softer than cotton and even has a little bit of stretch to it. These PJs are awesome because they're lightweight and perfect for any season, but they make you feel fancy. That's what I love about Cozy Earth. I feel fancy. They're luxurious. They're like butter. Just like my Cozy Earth sheets and my family's personal fave, which I'll have to pry from my 4-year-old's hands, the Bubble Cuddle blanket. And listen, I know buying stuff online can be a gamble sometimes because you can't try before you buy. But don't fret. Cozy Earth offers a 100-night sleep trial, so you can try out their amazing products, and if you don't love them, return them, hassle-free. But trust me, I don't think you'll want to. And now, it's the perfect time to buy because Black Friday has come early at Cozy Earth. Right now, you could stack my code CozyDenver on top of their site-wide sale, giving you up to 40% off in savings. And these deals won't last, so start your holiday shopping today. And don't forget to use my code CozyDenver. And if you get a post-purchase survey, be sure to mention you heard about Cozy Earth right here on CityCast Denver. Just go to CozyEarth.com.
Guess what? CityCast has some news. I'm Sean McPherson, the host of CityCast Twin Cities.
And I'm Jane Sihu, and I'm the host of CityCast Seattle. Hey, if you have a friend in one of our cities, can you text them for us?
Yeah, something, simple like, hey, how's that rash doing? And do you listen to podcasts? Because I have one you're definitely going to like. After that, tell them that CityCast has helped you become more informed, more involved, and more connected to your amazing city.
We're going to help that person you know in Seattle who's been trying to make friends.
And we're also going to do that for that guy you only kind of knew in college who moved back to the Twin Cities after graduation.
Don't we all have that guy?
Yeah, and usually that guy is named Todd.
So did you text them yet?
Jane, let's just wait a minute. We don't want to rush anybody. We'll do a little small talk. How's everything going in Seattle?
Beautiful, beautiful. Fall leaves popping. How about Twin Cities?
Today, beautiful and sunshiny in St. Paul. Okay, Jane, I bet they are done texting by now, and I just want to remind them, hey, you, please tell that friend to subscribe to CityCast Twin Cities or Seattle, wherever you get your podcasts.
Or if you don't want to text them and you're really just on Instagram sending them DMs all the time with funny videos, send them a DM of our latest videos. You can find us at CityCast Twin Cities or CityCast Seattle on Instagram. Thanks.
It's that time. It's Tuesday. It's when we hear from you, our brilliant and hilarious listeners, about things that you care about. What if we got this week, Paul?
We got some texts. We got a voicemail. Let's do a text from Monica in Athmar Park, who writes, "This is so random, but I just had to share. Listening to the discussion about Jolly Rancher," this is from last Monday, the show with Dan Pashman, Colorado's claims to food fame. I know you all talked about one of these. We keep getting responses about this. This was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad people wrote in.
Dan was fun. He was fun to talk to.
Dan is great. But yeah, Monica goes on, "My mom worked at Jolly Rancher in the 80s. Wow. And actually lost some of her fingers while working there. It's like her hand is in a permanent I love you." "Growing up, my family always asked people when they ate Jolly Ranchers to be on the lookout for my mom's fingers."
Oh, Monica.
We freaked a lot of people out with that, as well as the pranks played with prosthetic fingers. Oh my, can you imagine putting prosthetic fingers in Jolly Rancher wrappers? That's so funny.
No.
Needless to say, Jolly Rancher is a core part of my family, my mom and I both being born in Colorado. I think we Colorado can totally own Jolly Rancher.
Oh my gosh. Oh, also, this sounds like a story from the 1880s, not the 1980s. Yeah. I'm kind of blown away by that, but I'm glad her family has a good sense of humor about that, because becoming disabled from your job is terrible. But this is the kind of story I love hearing too, because it's about people who really have an affinity for something that is uniquely Colorado.
100%. I also, it reminds me of Superior Farms, the lamb slaughterhouse up on the north side.
Yeah.
And that big fight we had about banning lamb, I guess. I think it was banning lamb. So yeah, I mean, I remember looking into the safety records at that place, and people had lost fingers there as well. Which the connection, of course, is like they call themselves a farm, being a slaughterhouse, and Jolly Ranchers calls themselves ranchers. It's just like part of the same agricultural milieu here in Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely part of our lore, and you see where it comes from.
It's probably the most rancher thing about Jolly Rancher I've ever heard, is this story about Monica's mom.
Oh my God. Monica's mom. I can tell you're an awesome mom. So good for you for persevering and being awesome. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's a great one.
Should I read this text?
Go for it.
So we have a text, don't know who it's from, but it says, "Regarding the food conversation with Dan Pashman, what is the consensus on Rocky Mountain oysters? Novelty or delicacy? Native to Colorado? I like mine with green chili." Okay, that's crazy. I've never heard that before. I love it. "But they are harder to find that way recently. Seems like cocktail or marinara is taking over. Heard about a bar in Severance that made its name on, quote, swinging steak. Thanks for the great discussion as usual."
I get it. That's funny.
I don't.
Like, what are Rocky Mountain oysters and anatomically?
Oh, bull's balls?
Yes. And those might swing.
Oh, right over my head. I've never heard them, I never thought about what they're served with. That's so interesting.
No, me neither. I'm thinking about because I got them, the only time I ever had them was Buckhorn Exchange.
Right.
And they're fine. I thought it was like some kind of like cream, like a tartar sauce or some kind of mayonnaise thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Green chili is an interesting idea.
I was just at a Friendsgiving this weekend where green chili was an option other than gravy. And it was amazing. Shout out to Scott Carney's green chili. It was incredible.
Nice.
Okay. Should we hear a voicemail?
Hey, this is Andy from West Wash Park. I am calling to see if Paul is going to the town hall that's happening this Saturday in regard to the proposed Cherry Creek Denver Moose plan. I know that he's griped on the show before about that bike lane that, is on First and what is it? Downing? Maybe I have that wrong. Anyway, there's a town hall this Saturday. There's going to be a lot of people there. There's going to be a good discussion going. Just curious if Paul is going to make it there, because he has talked about his qualms on this bike lane on their show in the past, and I've seen them as well. But thanks, Mike.
Well, Paul?
Thanks for calling in, Andy. Sadly, I missed it, though I do know the plan, and I'm very familiar with the status of the project. My understanding...
Sorry, Paul, can you position us really quick? Is this the Marion Parkway is it where First and University? I'm trying to think where this...
It's the stretch just west of First and University. So west of the Cherry Creek Mall,
Okay.
where the
Yep.
Cherry Creek Trail diverges from the Cherry Creek itself around the country club.
That's right.
And I
That's
have
right.
referred
Okay.
to it in the past as the only bad part of the Cherry Creek Trail. But
I would agree.
There's some folks in the city. I mean, this is anyone who bikes knows this. People in the city know this is a problem. And this plan, this Cherry Creek Moves plan, is like it's going to do a lot of things, hopefully. But one of the pieces is to reorganize that streetscape and change what parts of the street get used for what things. So they are and one of the most harrowing parts of this particular stretch of the trail is that it's trail on the sidewalk right next to traffic, and it's pretty fast moving traffic.
Like 3 lanes of traffic and then
Yeah.
a turn lane, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. And it's a north facing sidewalk as well. And the country club fence has vines that grow up through the fence. So the shadows in the winter prevent the snow
doesn't
from
melt.
melting for weeks at a time. And it makes it very difficult to be an all season bike commuter. The latest I've heard is that the plan calls for expanding the sidewalk area into the street and taking space away from the central median, which could require removing some trees, but it would allow them also to plant trees and create a buffer between the cars and the bikers' trail, which is probably going to be an improvement, but we'll see how it actually happens. And I'd love to know how this meeting went. I mean, maybe they got a ton of feedback on both sides. Maybe it'll be even more in one direction or not. I should check in with my people from the city.
I would love to know what a powerful lobby the country club has in this situation, because they are where the trail should go.
Yeah.
And you cannot. It's a gated area. And so instead of pushing that way, they're talking about cutting into the tree-lined median. Isn't that part of our park system? I don't
Yeah, it's like part of the historic parkway system.
Yeah. That feels like
Our friends at Historic Denver have been interested in this as well for that reason. They I think want to protect it, although they're more pragmatic about this particular historic architecture than some of the others that they've been passionate about lately.
I mean, to me, it's like I just had a friend who was like in mourning because she had to take down her favorite mature tree in her yard, and it was just devastating to her. And I just think about that a lot, because mature trees, like planting trees, amazing, great thing that we do, and I'm glad that we do it. But you can't replace a mature tree, and it's just kind of like, ugh. But yeah, I'd be curious how that meeting went too, what people think.
Yeah, if you went, please call in 720-500-5418. Let us know what's up.
And again, call us in for anything, any episode past. I don't know. We've been doing this almost 5 years now. If you have a question, you have a thought on something we've talked about, again, 720-500-5418. You can leave a voicemail and you can send us a text. Send us your name if you don't mind when you send a text, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, this was so great. Thanks, Paul.
See you next time, Brie.
That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed this show, why not take a minute to tell Denver Summit FC owner Rob Cohen about us? Rate the show wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to our morning newsletter and learn more about us at denver.citycast.fm. And hey, thanks to our new neighbor, Kathy G., who just joined our membership program. You can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Denver neighbor today at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See ya.